I own your soul.
The story for John Carter is actually a pretty standard story for a sci-fi tale, and that is to be expected because this is actually based on one of the first, at least first popular sci-fi tales ever written, and it starts off with John Carter, who is a Civil War vet who, he's living a sullen life. I mean, he has a very screwed up life. I mean, he was a Civil War vet, so he dealt with a lot of stuff during the war, and he just lost his wife and child in a fire, and of course that means he's very sad, no one likes him, he's just like, oh, I'm John Carter, I'm miserable. And then he gets teleported to Mars, boom, straight up to Mars. And when he goes up to Mars, he finds out that he can jump really high for some reason, and he's super strong. And of course this comes in handy when he finds out that this bad side of Martian people wants to take over the good side of Martian people and rule Mars. And of course he becomes embroiled into this war. He befriends a alien green skinned leader voiced by Willem Dafoe, and he also pretty much falls in love with a princess played by Lily Collins, of course on the good side. And it's a very generic story, it really is. It's pretty much John Carter has to fight off the bad guys so they don't kill the good guys and rule the world. There you go. I know that wasn't the best description for the story, but I will say this. I do like something in the story, and that is the characters. I mean, John Carter, the main character, he's not a fantastic character, but he brings enough, well, the actor, Taylor Kitsch, brings enough humor and likability to his character that I kind of liked his character. I mean, he wasn't an amazing character. He didn't feel like he should have been the main central focus point of the film, but he did a decent job. I did like John Carter. I like the guy who played him, Taylor Kitsch. He did a good job. Lily Collins plays the princess, and she's hot as hell, but she does a really good job. She's actually a little bit more badass than John Carter, I think, which is sad because his name is John Carter, and that's the name of the movie. He should be badass here, but she's badass here. Anyway, I do like John Carter, though. Don't get me wrong. The princess is, Lily Collins does a really good job as the princess. Willem Dafoe plays, he voices, I guess a chief of an alien race, and he does a really good job in the film. Willem Dafoe always does good, and he does good voice acting, so good. Mark Strong plays the villain. There you go, it's Mark Strong. It's Mark Strong. He always plays the villain, and he does a damn good job at it. And Dominic West, who plays, I guess, the side villain, and he is so corny in this film that I actually really liked him in the film. There's times where he overacts like a motherfucker, but I loved it. I really did. You also have some people like Ciarán Hinds, who's in like freaking every film nowadays. Like, he was just in freaking Ghost Rider and The Woman in Black, which just came out, both of those films just came out last month, so he's in everything. And he's a great actor, so there's a good reason why he's in every film, because he's a great actor, and he's good in this. James Purefoy, who like plays a side character, soldier guy, I don't know, and he's good. So anyway, the acting and the characters themselves, they're likable. I really do like the acting, the actors, and the characters, I do. Now let's talk about the action and special effects, because that's pretty much what you want to know. Now, action side, it's kind of light in this film. Now it's like a 2 hour and like 10-minute movie, and most of it is just John Carter talking about stuff or hanging out with these aliens, which they're very well designed, very nice to look at, but there's not much action. It really isn't. When there is action, the action is pretty cool, I will say that, even though it's really short. Like, there's one scene where they're in like some coliseum and they're fighting these two giant white apes, and it's pretty cool, but it lasts for like 30 seconds, it feels like. It goes by so quick, and the final battle is very disappointing. Now, the special effects are fantastic, like I said, with the designs of the creatures and all that. It looks really damn good. I especially like the way John Carter and all the other aliens interact with each other. I really like that. It feels very realistic when like one's touching each other or something like that. It looks really realistic. And also the eyes. The eyes don't look dead. It doesn't have that blank stare, which I really like. So action-wise, it's a little sparse, but like special effect-wise, it looked amazing. It really does. And I'll say this, okay? John Carter is a fun film. I mean, it has a cliched story. Dialogue's not that great. The acting is pretty good, and the action, when there is some, it's fun, and the special effects are really nice. I actually really enjoyed this film. I don't know why, not just for the action and the special effects, but for some reason the story. It just feels very classic to me, and it's generic, it's cliched, I know, but I did really enjoy it. So you know what? I enjoyed John Carter. Go into this if you're expecting, you know, just a fun little cliched sci-fi tale. And if you're expecting that and just want some fun, then you're going to get that from John Carter. I'm going to give John Carter, I'm going to give it a 31 out of 40. I thought it was very, very fun. Definitely go check it out. Definitely better than I thought it was going to be. There you go, John Carter. So anyway, thank you for watching, and John Carter was decent. I didn't see it in 3D. 3D can blow me. So anyway, there you go, John Carter, 31 out of 40.